Good morning, everyone. You already know what time it is. It's your man, Gregory D, and it's time for your weekly dose of Archboldisms. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my man, Joel, and the Go Ruck podcast staff. Thank you for having me on the show. And yep, I was on a podcast with some video, so it will be done around the 22nd. So if you want to see it, you got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and type me in and subscribe. And when the show is ready for viewing, you'll get an announcement. So let's go ahead and get started, right? So someone asked me, what advice would I give to someone who has fallen off the horse? They can't seem to get their drive back to reach their goals. And I don't think I gave that person a really good answer. So I wanted to clarify it because it's been on my mind. There's about 3 things I really want to share with them to do that. The first thing is you have to examine what the goal is. Come on, y'all. You have to examine what the goal is because people spend time on what's important to them. If you're not doing that, then you're probably pursuing the wrong goal. It's like being in a relationship with somebody, right? If you look at that person and you don't get that little weird feeling in your stomach, you're probably with the wrong person. If you wake up in the morning and you're not excited to go after your job, you're probably doing the wrong job. I'll give you a personal example. I went to United States Army Ranger School a few years ago, and they teach you small unit tactics. It's not the task that they're asking you to do that's difficult. It's the fact that you don't get to eat a lot and you don't get a lot of sleep. And a lot of people go to that school, not because they have a desire to do it. They go because their dad went, or their brother went, or their unit's making them go, or because they need it for career progression. But when it's time and you're up there on the mountains and you're freezing, guess what happens? You're ready to quit. So remember, whatever you're doing, it has to be your goal. See, I went because I wanted to do it. So you need to re-examine your goal if you're having a hard time. The second thing, stop listening to haters. What they say and what they say about you. It doesn't matter. This is your life, okay? There are so many people that will say, oh, you're going to fail because of this or you're going to fail because of that. Don't listen to them. Don't say that you're failing. Just say you're not prepared for success yet, okay? So the last one is a good one. Make sure that you're vested in the goal and not just the steps. I don't know if you heard me, y'all. Make sure you're vested in the goal and not just the steps. So for an example, everybody knows there's really 2 big concepts to losing weight. That's eating right and exercise, right? So guess what? If you're only vested in one of those, you're not going to get a real good turn on your investment. So remember, it's your goal. There's a process, many little steps. Be vested in the goal. So if you mess up on one, you can get back to it, okay? Remember, re-examine to make sure this goal is yours. Don't care what other people have to say about you and be invested in the process of getting to your goals. Hey, y'all, that's it for me today. Remember, stay driven, don't be average. And this is your man, Gregory D, and I approve this message.